the search.
Hey, infamous King, how you doing? Good morning to you. Good morning to you. What are you doing up this late? Well, thank you. How you doing? It's late at night. Well, early in the morning. I wouldn't say late at night. Early in the morning, infamous King is up. Boy, I can always catch you when it's late, late, or early, early. Studying and meditating. Oh, really? Hmm. Oh, I usually, I'm usually a late bird myself, or early bird. I call myself a late bird or early bird. Hey, Libby, how you doing? Good morning to you. I just, I'm not used to being home, just laying around at nighttime. So at night, I'm usually up, thinking, meditating, got a lot of things on my mind, what I'm going to do. Good morning, Margie. Margie McDonald. Good morning. Libby's in the house. Margie's in the house. As you guys come in, please hit the thumbs up. Infamous King is in the house. So, yes. Um, I just been I've been looking at some videos this morning, and they still haven't found Braylon Noble. They still haven't found that baby. So I was getting some information on that together. Not doing too much. I'm gonna wash some clothes in a minute. I'm thinking about. I thought I was gonna get some work done around the house yesterday, so I hurried up and jumped off the live because the worker was here, the electrician was here to work on the smoke detector, so all that beeping and stuff. But he said he was gonna come back first thing in the morning. I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know. It's been a long time trying to get one thing done, and I just, it makes me so angry that it takes forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. But I tell you what, um, I guess I am going to get some things done. What are you guys doing this morning? We've got 12 people in the house and only 3 thumbs up. If you guys come on in, even if you're in the bushes, give us a thumbs up. Because we just sitting here having a late chat, late night chat about some things that's been going on, and just chilling. So, just trying to get an idea of what's all gonna be involved today. Hey, Yvette C, good morning to you. Thank God he woke us up this morning. Good morning, go to sleep this early morning. Sonia Watts is in the house. I knew we was gonna get a mod in here. What are you doing up this early in the morning? Girl, you know, a lot of people don't understand that they did not have to wake up this morning. And they're they're laying down thinking, oh, I'm gonna just when I wake up, I'm gonna do this. I think that's why sometimes I get up, I be like, let me get up and do something productive this morning. And look what's going on or whatever. But I don't take it for granted using the restroom. Girl, oh, you got up to use the restroom? It's all good. I got up. I'm gonna tell you, I had that baby, Braylon Noble on my mind, but Toledo is in Ohio, so that baby is in Ohio, and I gathered some more information on him, and Margie says, I'm up listening to some gospel music and thanking God for another day. Yes, Margie. See, when he tells you to get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. And I get on up. That's what I do. I get on up and I see what the day is gonna bring. And today is Tuesday. So I think maybe I get to go back to work. I don't know how long I'm gonna be off, but this is something else. I don't know. Only thing I can do is just be like, okay. But I know one thing. I'm not gonna worry about it. Not right now. I'm definitely not gonna worry about it. So, so other people are starting to pick up the story, and I'm so happy that other people are picking up the story because a lot of information that we don't find or see or get is because we're not in that part of the country. You know, I'm in the Midwest. Then there's people up east. There's people south, north, whatever, northeast or whatever, southeast, southwest, and I'm in the Midwest. So I know. I was just seeing somebody just posted 3 hours ago, and I was like, good. But um, good morning, Hummingbird. Good morning to you. We got a couple of people up in here, a couple of family members, and so this Braylon kid, you got to think about it. And I know everybody's when they think about these children that's coming up missing, um, they go to sleep and their child is either grown, going to college, getting married, having babies, going to work, and ta 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 ta. But there's mothers out there. They don't know where their child is right now. Ohio, they're starting to look in the landfills for this child. Um, there's something that I finally realized on this case right here. This is a new case, and I'm gonna share something with you. I was gonna put it in a video. We might as well talk about it right here because basically, to be honest with you, um, video is nothing but visual, really. You know, content is content. Some people need to see it to believe it, but I mean, when we're just discussing a case, when I'm in my nightgown and I'm a little hot. Usually, when I do these blackout, just conversations, I'm usually in my nightgown and I'm hot, and so I just put the phone down so it be black, you guys. So that's why you don't see me, and I'm not gonna wear my overcoat, or well, not my overcoat, but my robe, and I'm sitting here and um, just going over some thoughts. Good morning, Tonda. Good morning, Grace. CSP, you just yawning. You still sleepy. This your work hours. I said to myself, can't be. Did they say why the dad is in jail? The dad in jail on the Braylon case? Braylon Noble? Hey, Dana, good morning. No? No. Matter of fact, I hadn't heard that myself. So I didn't know he was in. That's a cute little boy. Oh, he's cute. And I was wondering, see, this is what I was saying. We were talking about it a little bit yesterday, and I know we was gonna ease into this conversation of this case right here because the baby is still missing. And oh yes, he do. He looks so he is. He's just adorable little thing. And they say, he loved Mickey Mouse, and he had on this red, I guess red and blue or whatever shirt. They don't know if it was a short sleeve or a long sleeve shirt, but it was a Mickey Mouse shirt. They couldn't remember, but it was a Mickey Mouse shirt he was wearing. And what it was the mother didn't say. She said, since he's gone out the house, he must have fell out the window. Not saying he fell, but he must have fell, but she don't see him. So he could be hurt somewhere. Just walking, don't know where he's going. They say he's autistic. He doesn't speak. He's nonverbal. So he cries a lot. He cries a lot. And babies, when they can't communicate, they cry. So they're hoping someone found them or something of that nature or whatever. But this is kind of weird. And I get it. If he's artistic and he just really don't understand a lot of things, he just not understanding. He's such a cute little baby. He's such a cute little baby. They had a little video of him trying to ride a tricycle. They had a three-wheel tricycle or bicycle for him, and he was just going down the hall, just a zooming. But I wanted to share with you, family, that this young man, the baby, they did find a very fresh dug grave just in the little wooded area behind the mama's apartment complex, and they said it's fresh. They said and it had some 2x4s, I guess, to make a cross right next to this very fresh dug grave. They didn't say it was just a dug hole. They said a dug grave. And I don't know if you guys knew that, but so that is terrible, So now they're looking off into the land fields, and they're saying that the transportation or transporting fields, which is in Michigan, and I'm like, Michigan. I guess Ohio is a little bit over there by Michigan. Do you know where your children are? Yes, I know. Well, yeah, I know where my children are. It's almost past 12 o'clock there, somewhere out on the street. Just imagine how scared they are. I know. Hey, Kathleen, good morning to you. Yeah. See, that's why I get up. I get up and um I I just thank the Lord for another day. I was really angry yesterday, all yesterday. So it was kind of hard for me to do the 5 o'clock live because I was angry. I was angry about a lot of stuff, and it had nothing to do with um, YouTube. It's just sometimes people be in your business, and they got nothing good, and when other people they tell them your business, and you're wondering why. If these people are no good or angry or frustrated, why are you sharing my business with them? You know, and it always come back. You already know it's gonna come back, and then you're gonna be feuding with these people, and they're gonna be like, "Well, I didn't know this was gonna happen," and they're like, "Yeah, you guys get it," and it makes me furious that people that are close to you, they say they don't know. It's just like I didn't see nothing wrong with it until something happens, or they know, and I believe that they really do know. I believe that they really do know, but you know they say it and they don't say nothing dirty or nasty or anything, but the intent of them saying it and to complete every sentence, every paragraph, to complete it and make sure they know it's bothering to me. It's like, it's really bothering to me. See, because, good morning, Tracy. If, if, Tracy, if Tracy and I are friends, but I'm not friends with, say, for instance, Kathleen, why would Tracy talk to Kathleen about me? You know? So it angers me when people say, I didn't know. No, you knew. And I know you know. And you can't trick me. I know you know. So things like that disturbs me because you can't trust. When you can't trust, when people act like they don't know, and I know they know. They don't see, they know. Trust me, they know. They know. They know. They know. I mean, yeah, they know. I know I would. I know I would know. And it's not like I'm into it with these people, but when you see like 2 or 3 females, and the only thing they do is fight, and they bicker, and they call the cops, and they call DHS on each other, and they try to tear up each other's home, and they try to put each other in jail, and they're family. You think to yourself, what in the heck would they do to me? You know what I'm saying? It's it's crazy. That Rich done came up in there. You done hit that. You hit the like button and came up in the house. So I think it just buffered because I'm not showing a face and it's wondering what's going on. It's just pure black. It does that because the camera wants to come back and be like, "Oh, I caught you." These phones are really, they really are. But anyway, Um, so I know I'm going to be disturbed for a couple of days. I know I am. I'm still disturbed about it, to be honest with you. Yep, I am. But the only other thing I think about is like that baby, him being 3 years old. They said they found a blanket across the street that had a little blood on it. The mama said it wasn't her blanket. She said it wasn't her blanket, or she didn't think it was the baby's blanket, things of that nature. Sonia Watt says, Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags, you guys, go over there. She's got the link in the chat. Make sure you go over there, check her out. Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags for the designer handbags, name brands that everybody looks for. And they are nice. You got your Louis. Them Louis are looking good. Every time I see them, they're looking good. And then you've got Gucci, Versace, and things of that nature. We're gonna start getting off into some of that stuff. We're gonna. She's saying the blanket didn't belong to their family. That's what she said. She was on the news. I was trying to find a clip where they interviewed her. Kathleen says, I believe the baby fell out the window and she hit the body. Yeah. I think her name is Dejanay Cox. So I was trying to record some of the things they they can tell by blood sample. Oh yeah. Yeah, the baby probably fell out the window and she took the okay because the blanket was across the street. So this is what you're saying, because the blanket was in the cemetery across the street. She she probably took the baby over there, or it was a freshly dug grave. They said, right behind her house with some 2x4s, like they was gonna put make them a grave right over there when they live right across the street from a cemetery. I believe the baby fell out the window. They can tell by blood samples. Yeah, it almost kind of seemed like it could have happened, and she probably panicked. My thing is, if the baby did fall out the window, she should have immediately reported it. She waited to report it. Well, yeah, but this all started on September the 4th at 12 o'clock. She called the police at 12 o'clock. They put an Amber Alert out by 1 o'clock, 1:30. Amber Alert was out. That's first of all, you're gonna get a speedy Amber Alert. Two reasons: the baby is under, 5 years of age. He nonverbal. He can't speak or anything. Then, and that's the main reason why. Guess what? If you have any, your child have any specials like understanding, medication, nonverbal, or a disease or something, um, comprehension levels are too low to whatever to comprehend water, street lights. They can't read or write or whatever. Uh, that Amber Alert goes out faster than anything else. I hope there is camera footage. Yeah, that's you know what, Tonda, in that Maliyah Bass case, they were saying they got those cameras and they cross the street and they point directly at the house and da 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 da. And I'm sitting there like, okay, I get it. You got the cameras across the street. But why has there not been an arrest? I would hurry up and pick them people up. I don't need a whole bunch. Just pick them up and charge them with, lying. But I know the police know what they're doing, or they're supposed to know what they're doing. I guess you could put it like that. They supposedly know what they're doing. I don't know. In the Maliyah Bass case, they have to use NASA to investigate. Weird. Well, Tonda, you know what? Actually, in every one of those cases, they use NASA. Hmm. That's not. Did you not know that, Tonda? In every one of those cases, when it goes to the Amber Alert, they basically use that. They don't tell us, but they do. You know, they want to know who come out their house, when they come out their house, what car they went into, where they went last, and all this. That's what I say. I think they wait for people to incriminate themselves even more to make the case stick. Hmm. So many people killing the kids. The babies may have fell out, and she was scared they would think she did something to him. No, she should have been thinking if the baby fell out the window, him being artistic, and he fell out the window. It's just an honest misaccident, you know? Infamous King said, if my baby fell, I would have helped and called 911. Yeah, I had a couple of incidents with my son. I never had an incident with my daughter, but my son, when you have little boys, they climb on things, they get in the way, they don't see the danger. And little boys, it just seems like it was more often in my family. My daughter, I never had seen her in a situation where she was um, hurt or in danger. But my son, he stood up on top of the table on the desk. I was homeschooling my children, and he stood up on top of the desk, and my daughter told him he better get down. And what happened? The desk tipped over. As he was coming down, he hit the back of his head with the edge of the desk, knocked a big chunk of his head out. You could see the white meat, okay? I heard the scream. I come running. I was in the bedroom doing something. They were supposed to be doing their exercise of their math and reading at the time. I come out the bedroom. All I seen was my son on the ground and he's screaming and stuff. And I looked at the back of his head and blood was just coming out. They say profusely. I told my daughter, she's screaming and hollering, go get a towel or whatever. She did it, but she's screaming and hollering. I had to tell her to shut up because she goes into shock. I was like, shut up, get my keys. She went and got my keys. I grabbed my purse, grabbed my phone, got in the car. I told him to hold it. He was just holding it, looking at me. And I said, just talk to me. And he's just talking to me. And I called the hospital and said, I'm on my way. Well, I called the doctor and said, this is emergency. I'm on my way to the hospital right now because I can get there faster than they can get to me. I'm telling y'all. And I live across town. But I can get there faster than they can get to me. This is a head injury. And I'm on my way in at 911. I'll meet y'all at the front door. And you know what? When I pulled up, they were standing there waiting for my son. And they grabbed him and rushed him on in there. And it was a head injury. And everything was fine. but he got some stitches and everything. Um, they had to keep him for a while because that's a concussion. It's automatically a concussion, and to make sure everything was okay. And then one time he got hit by a car, which was my friend driving the car, and smashed up against the house. It was a freak accident. Instead of stepping on the brake, they stepped on the gas, and they pushed my son right up against the house. What I do? Grab my son, put him in the car, called the called the hospital. I'm on my way, and there we were waiting. You know, and the police get there, and they was like, "Now, ma'am, what happened?" And my friend was scared and was like, "What are we gonna say? Oh, I'm gonna go to jail." Da, 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 da. I told him, I said, "You better get in this car now. You're going and you're going to tell him what happened. That's what you're going to do. That's what you're going to do." You know, and um, he said exactly what happened, and they came to me and asked me, "Ma'am, is that correct?" I said I wasn't outside, but I do believe they they stepped on the wrong pedal. I do believe that. But at the same time, my friend, I kind of thought to myself, people that stuff like that happen. Hey Suki, how you doing? When stuff like that happen around them, I kind of thought to myself, when I say friend, I actually was dating a guy, and I thought, I just can't have you around my kids. Yeah, my son had a lot of close calls, but so and and trust me, that was a person that I'm still friends with today. I mean, but I don't put him around my children. But I mean, because we go way back. We go way back. We go like we're like 28 years of friendship, and we dated 2 times. And I just said, I'm done. I can't do that one because you don't never know if like a man may be jealous of your son. You have to think about stuff like that. No, seriously. So people say, I did. I had to think about that. I'm like, well, he did say something crazy to me earlier because me and my son, I told my son something, and he was like, you shouldn't let your son talk to you that way or whatever. And I said, I'm not worried about that boy. And he was like, well, I don't like it. Next thing I know, bam, I had to think. I did. I had to think. Would you hurt my son? So, I'm just saying, warning becomes before danger, you know. Infamous says, when I was in school, a boy, he died while trying to cross the street to school down the street from the hospital. The car kept going. He was road killed. They had to use sand to get all the blood up. Oh, wow. Suki says, wow, that's crazy. Good morning, Silver Fox. Suki says, you are preaching today, SP Nugget News, as usual. Well, I think I think what we have got away from, hey Brown Sugar, good morning to you. I think what we have got away from was really telling these girls and people that you're human. Things happen. We make bad decisions. We find out later on, you know, you don't just keep going on with what when something's not working. Don't do that. Something's not working. You got a feeling. You got to let it go. You got to let it go. Or stop. People gonna come back, and I understand. People come back and say, "Well, remember when you did this? Remember I heard you say that?" And they gather and they taking notes. She said this. She said, "You know what? I already know. I'm gonna hear all of this stuff. I'm gonna hear it all." But this was my life. There was some decision makings that were bad in my life. People that I put around me, I had to let them go. Marriages that didn't work. Everybody want to look at your life and think, oh, they want to be jealous or something. You got nothing to be jealous over. Absolutely nothing. I done been down that road, dragged and everything. So everybody want to put on the front like it's all good, it's all gravy. Oh, you got it made. It doesn't. It's not like that. So I always ask that. In my experience, it's just better to ask yourself if anyone around is dangerous. Is anyone? Yeah. Good morning, Peggy Toe. Good morning to you. We have to learn from our own mistakes and the mistakes of others as well. Yeah. She said, "You have any relationship advice? What kind of relationship advice are you looking for, LaKendra?" Good morning to you. You know what? I learned. I think the reason why I got out of a lot of my stuff is because I looked at other people and I knew as I was going through it, I looked at other people and I knew, you know, I didn't want to end up like them. So I just abruptly stopped whatever it was. Yep. It was like a week later, I told the guy, I said, look, this ain't working, you know. Oh, he was hot, but you gotta go. My marriage was horrible and I came from a family that taught you stayed regardless. I can't do dysfunction. I was gone. Iris Cage, I feel you. I tried to stay in a marriage, and you know what? It was so unhealthy. I just got to a point I don't even like to go home. And um, here's the sad part. I think I was more in love than they was in love. I loved them, but evidently they couldn't have loved me because they was just doing stuff. And then you got to understand that. Really look at that. Who's really in love? You're in love. They're not in love. If they was in love, they wouldn't do the things they do. They become jealous because our struggle isn't a struggle to them. We make life look easy. No silver spoons over here. You're right. It look easy, but it's not. We just don't complain as much. We don't be sitting there hollering and crying and screaming and kicking and snot running and stuff. We go in we get on our knees, we go to church, we lay up in bed, we think about the next move. Most of it, we pray to God in our closet, in our private space, and then we keep a moving. That's what we do. That's what we do. Good morning, Peggy Toe. She said the generation curse was broke, and I started praying and talking to our next generation. Yes, Right, that's crazy. I didn't get it. I had to realize that they grew up in a time where women stayed home with the kids, but they were abused and stuck. Yeah, yeah. So you see some people be like, we've been married for 52 years. Girl, you done went through some stuff. You can't tell me you ain't went through some stuff. Shoot, you know? Women getting beat down. I mean, beat when I say I ain't I ain't never got beat down. I just ain't never. Somebody tried to slap me before and guess what? We got to fighting. Like I said, I wish you would. I bet you I came up on top because I didn't know no better. I just, like I said, I wasn't raised around where we seen that. My mother, I didn't see that. You know what I'm saying? She was very passive with my stepfather and my father. So, you know, she was a big woman. Maybe that's why she was very, very passive. She didn't leave the home that much, and so whatever they wanted, that's how it happened or whatever. But my aunt, she was a very outspoken woman, and she basically, they had money, so she kind of just she did her thing. My uncle, he was already passed away, so I had a step uncle, and he was just a good man. He just kept things going. So I seen a dysfunctional side of a family, and I seen a very productive side of a family. Poor side of the family was dysfunctional. The the better wealthy side of the family was very productive. And it helped me to understand I don't have to live in a dysfunctional life just because I'm broke or poor or don't have no money or only working making minimum wage or I've never been on assistance and I'm not bragging. You got to be where I've been to know that I begged for it, but they wouldn't give it to me. They said, "You've got money. You've got this. You. If you got $400 coming in a month, you can't be on it." And I thought to myself, $400 ain't no money. What the heck? People can live off of less than $400 a month? Oh my God. Then I got to thinking, well, I guess I am in a better situation. But what are they going to do? Wait until I don't even get that? That wasn't promised. That was just child support. That's for two kids. That wasn't even promised. I might get $23 this week. I might not. I might get something this week. I might not. And I'm going to tell you, just because they say they're going to give you, $133 a month, that don't mean you get $133 a month. But you go try to get some assistance, they say, well, then you need to take them back to court. By the time you go make it to court, you you can't even make it to court yourself because you done starved to death. Some months I wouldn't get nothing, you know. I was just done with the whole system and how they make women think that you get pregnant. They make women think it like this. Would take anything just to say they married. Yep. Some women do. Married, beaten, distressed, disrespected back in the day. Girl, that's still going on. But the system make women think that okay, if you make a mistake and get pregnant, then you can easily get an abortion. Then when the young lady gets pregnant, she feels in her heart, in her soul, she knows already what she's been raised, what she knows, what she feel, that's killing. So then women go, I can't do that. They don't teach the condom like they used to back in the day. They don't teach condoms. They don't teach, absence. They don't teach, just don't even think about it. Just say no. You don't find young ladies nowadays that's virgins that can say that. They don't they don't know nothing about that. Being pure until married. Cause the only thing they know now, when you're in a relationship, that's just guaranteed sex. And I can only talk about the women because I am a woman. I can't talk about the men because men can talk about men. I can only talk about women because I am a woman. So the young girl, she goes out with these guys and she wants to fit in and he's cute. We always know he's cute. Hey Tina James, good morning to you. Big girl, good morning. Big girl, you still out there gambling? Uh-oh. She's whoop, whoop. So so then the girl, she gets loose and she gives herself away to some young guy. Okay? Now here's the problem. Now the problem comes in. Think about it. As you guys come in, make sure you hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, go back out, give us a thumbs up. And we're gonna get off of here in a minute, but I just wanted to share this with you. So the young lady, she she's pregnant because the guy done told her he don't feel the same and he wants to feel her and he got her all thinking she hot and sexy at a young age. She want to be hot and sexy. She looking for some attention because somebody, daddy ain't been around. Honey, them people took my money. I told you. I told you just come over here and I flip a coin. You would have been better off, sweetie. She said, them people took my money. I can't wait till check out time. I bet you can't. Girl, I'm telling you. Mm-mm. Did you go to old Las Vegas? Did you go down there on whatever street that is? I can't remember. Where they have the zip line and everything? Did you do all that? Did you do that? Old Town. You was all smiling and grinning. Y'all gonna have a long ride home. Gonna have a long ride home. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Everybody broke. Baby. Anyway, pregnant girls couldn't go to school with us. They had their own school. Yep. Suki said, oop, I want a zip line. Yep. So the girl, she done got pregnant, and we done talked. And I can say this because I did it with my daughter. We done taught them to, don't go killing it. You know, they don't want to have the baby and hand the baby away because then they look kind of bad. So they have the baby and then they try to raise the baby, and they're young. They You can't tell them. First of all, when they get pregnant, when they get them a little bit of what they call loving, some sex or whatever, intercourse, they start acting funny. You can't tell them nothing. They got a little bit of tension. Now, mama, the girl stands up against mama. She said, no, ma'am, everybody on mute. My daughter and cousin did. I was at the casino 2 days. I know everybody on mute. Mm-hmm. She said, "Big girl, it's the first of the month. They was waiting to grab y'all's money. I'm sorry, I bet you wouldn't to shake that machine." She wanted to shake that machine. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning to you. Good morning, Iris Cage. Good morning. If somebody came in and I didn't see him, let me see. I said Tina James. Leslie Harris, good morning to you. The Hummingbird, good morning. Mm, Iris Cage. Peggy Toe. LaKendra. Suki. Suki now. Grace, Naomi. Silver Fox. Margie McDonald. Infamous King, Sonia Watts. Sky Blue. Good morning to you, Sky Blue. Didn't see you. Good morning. Tandra, Cynthia Green. Kathleen Durr. Di Rich, good morning to you. Tracy Coward, good morning to you. Yvette C., good morning. Libby Pounds, good morning. I wanted to make sure I said hello to everybody. Checking in from Memphis, Tennessee. I love Memphis. Zan Rowland, good morning. There's my girl. Good morning to you. Anyway, so now the little girls, I wouldn't call them little girls, but young ladies, they all in there. You can't tell me nothing. The boy's in her ear. So she literally fighting with mama, can't tell her nothing. She either gonna steal money, wear clothes she ain't supposed to wear because she's now competing. She gotta look a certain way, keep that attention. And then, and we gonna talk about that some days, you guys, because these mamas and these boys, I be trying not to be in my son's life and let him just do, but he be calling me, Mama, I need this or I need that or whatever. Anyway, we gonna talk about all that. I don't know, like how we can make our boys more stronger, you know? Try to make our boys more stronger instead of being a problem. Now, we can still love our sons and everything, but I think that a young man, he needs to get up, be a young man. Checking in from Birmingham, Alabama. Suki now. Anyway, so these young ladies, they get pregnant. They done acted all crazy in front of mama. Now they pregnant, like what I'm going to do. They're like, well, I'm going to keep the baby. They think the boyfriend is going to be around. They think the boyfriend is, you know, they got a baby by the cute guy. Well, so they have the baby, and the boy disappears. Man, he don't just disappear like that. That's what the young lady don't understand. But now he's ready to go out. He's partying with his friend. They want to play the game. He's sitting there on the PlayStation and the Xbox and all that and whatever else. And they ain't got no Pampers, no milk, or no nothing. And they just want to look at the kid. A boy needs a real man to raise them to prepare for life. You know what, Sonya Watts? They really do. They really do. Now, we can raise them, but they're going to miss out on a lot of things that they really need. And that's why sometimes they get themselves in a situation. A woman can only take a young man so far. She can't take him into manhood, really. I mean, his dad or a man needs to be in his life because if a man, if a man deal with women the way women deal with their relationship, because how you gonna teach somebody something you don't know? Trust me, you don't know how a man really act and believe believe and think and what they do and why they do what they do. Because you're not a man. You just not. I don't care what nobody say. You can shave off your hair, drag your pants all you want. You can pretend all you want. You cannot think like them because you don't have that testosterone. You don't have it. You have estrogen. That's why you feel the way you feel. That's why you be in your feelings. That's why you like your hair a certain way. That's why you eat a certain way. That's why you walk a certain way. Estrogen is in there. But we get it all mixed up, and that's fine. I'm not going to talk on that topic. But now she can't get rid of the baby, so she go ahead and keep the baby. First thing she thinking, okay, she got the baby. Everybody giving her gifts and stuff because they give her a little baby shower. So that's good. Some women get it, some women don't get it. The women that don't get it, they feel left out because they've seen other women get it. She said, my ex-boyfriend dumped me and literally disappeared. 429, no kids together. What? But my kids love and miss him, and I miss his kids. Wow. Infamous King said, I never met the man who helped bring me into this world, raised by a single mother, but the only father I need is the Most High. He showed me the way when no man on earth could. Yeah, but I tell you what, when you get stuck or you have a child or you're pregnant and that man is not going to be around or that baby was raised without it, they miss out on some stuff. They do. They really do. Now I see why they don't really. I did adopt a child with by myself. I wasn't married at the time. By myself, and I didn't never think I would be able to do it. But I see why they don't allow that to happen because when she get to a certain age, you know she's missing out on what a daddy should tell a little girl how to present herself. You know, don't be sitting around with your legs gapped. Comb your hair. Take your showers because you don't want to be. Mama gonna tell you that stuff. But when a man tells you that, you know they're telling you because then they're gonna tell you what the man will say, and you know what I'm saying. I think that it depends on who it comes from. When a mama says, sometimes it could be like, girl, I don't stink. You don't want to smell or so. You just trying to tell her, hey, you don't want to be known for this or known for that or stinky or, you don't want to be known for, somebody saying this or saying that. I mean, it doesn't, if you don't have a problem with it, fine or whatever. And then the girl goes to school and then she got problems. Other girls, they're always going to tear down another female. Women tear down women all the time. They ain't got nothing better to do. They find a woman down, they want to tear her down some more. And I be looking at stuff like that. So I said something about, like yesterday, I said something about how the young man said that the mama of Maliyah Bass tricked him into finding out where he lived so she could serve him papers. And here come this woman. Why was there a problem with him? Why are you taking sides? I wasn't taking sides. If you would have listened to the whole commentary, you would have heard me say, I'm not taking sides. But it shouldn't have been no tricking you to take help with your child. You had the job already. You should have kicked in. Well, she wouldn't have to do the child support. You should have just here's if it ain't $5, here's $5. Wait until I get on my feet. You know the baby still need milk from day one. Need Pampers from day one. But we be easy to sit back and bash a woman quickly. Only thing I was trying to show people was because girl, I got my nightgown on and it's too hot. And I got the air on. I'm finna turn the air off now, but I can I can I just do this when it's late. I'm finna get off of here. Well, why don't you come on the screen, big girl? Why don't you come on the screen? I'll give you the link. You ready to come on? That's what I thought. Ah, anyway, yeah. Anyway, you guys. So a young lady got mad. She was like, "You're wrong." Blah 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 blah. Whatever. I don't know what all she said. I just deleted her comment and blocked her, cause I'm trying to make sure it ain't because she wasn't in agreement. It's because if you don't understand, you don't have to. We don't have to be in agreement. If you don't understand and listen to the whole commentary, I wasn't on nobody's side. I was telling the women we have to do better. I wasn't down in the man. If I say one thing bad about that man, is it's true. It's true. Why you running and wouldn't tell her where you lived at, or why you just didn't send some money to help her? Why she have to why she have to go serve you? So that told me a lot right there. Why you saying something about him? And there could be some cussing in the commentary. Now what's the problem? There isn't a problem. I said I didn't care for it. So I don't listen. Why do you got a problem with me saying I don't care for it? If you wanted it, you go over there and get it all you want. I'm not stopping you. You see, there's a difference there. Is there not? Did I say, Sonya Watts, do not go over there and listen to the commentary? I didn't say that. I didn't say, Tina James, don't go over there and listen to. I said it's not for me. Why is a problem? Because I don't listen to somebody cuss every 5 words. That's a problem to me. My mouth is getting foul as I see. So I got a problem with it. Why? Because I don't cuss every 5 sentences. That's why. So, yeah. hmm It doesn't matter what you do. Women gonna tear down another woman. I just said 9 times out of 10, women, all women gonna go through pretty much a lot of the same battles. Men get you pregnant, and you're either gonna have to raise the child yourself, or you're gonna end up being in another relationship with somebody else, and they do it. There's 41 people in the house right now, and I can tell you right now, 9 times out of 10, if anybody raised their child with the real dad being in the life, put a 1 in the chat. And I'm not talking about child support. I'm talking about literally in the home. And you guys raised a kid all the way from infant to adult. I just want to see 5. I want to see 5 people put a 1 in the chat. Sonya Watts, she's 1. I'm waiting. Jennifer Long, Cynthia Green, Silver Fox, Suki. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's six. That's six. That's six people out of 40 people in here. Now, out of you six, Sonia Watts, Hummingbird, Jennifer Long, Silver Fox, Cynthia Green, Silver Fox, Suki, Infamous. Okay, Tondo. So one for what? So not including Tondo. So we got six, 7. Now, out of all 7 of you guys, out of 40 people, 7 people put in. I'm not gonna dig, but 7 people out of 40 people. That's not even. That's just well, it's a little bit more than 10%. Well, that's a good thing. But would you just think out of 10%, you know, that's like 20%. Put it like that. That's almost 20%. She says, you can tell the difference, plus my uncle, grandfather, it makes a difference. Yeah. See, I couldn't even put a 1 in the chat. I'm not talking about nobody. I'm telling you, I couldn't even do it. But I think that, you know, we get caught in making a decision, and then we as women, we gonna take care of it and handle it ourselves. And that's what we do. And we get the job done. Not saying it's perfect. We get the job done. Tanda said, ma'am, I wish I could answer the question. I wish I could too, Tanda. I wish I could. But even in those 7, you gotta think, out of them 7, how many still in the relationship? You got 7 people that say, yeah, I did. But did y'all just stay together just for the kids? So, because women will stay miserable just for the kids. As long as they grow up. And as soon as they grow up and get out the house, it'd be like, okay, I'm out. The men be like, I'm gone. I did what I needed to do. But, they don't tell us that the percentage is so low that she says was till my husband passed. Cynthia Green. See, her husband passed. Diarrhea said, shoot, not me. I'm leaving now. Oh, I know, Diarrhea. I know. And it's just a lot to deal with. I'm just saying. Adopted a baby and teenager from my deceased sister that passed away at childbirth. Oh, good. Good, Suki. I'm glad you got her. Or got them. But so a lot of people don't know that when they come up to those things, it's like hitting a brick wall. You know, it's like, what am I do now? Because it's a whole different thing. You got this child. You thought it was gonna, work out. However, even long enough for you to get on your feet, it ain't gonna work till you get on your feet. You gotta work it and then get on your feet. You just gotta work it. You gotta make sure the babies be with your family members as much as possible because the world is crazy. And if you got family members that's crazy, that's one thing. But I mean, your best bet would be trying to keep that child around family and not daycares and friends and men that's not your child's daddy or whatever. And that will make the um, crime rate on child abuse and stuff lower. You have to start just being around your family. Pay them very well to watch your kids. Don't overboard them with your children. Don't be like, if they're watching your kids and you go to work, let it be just that. Don't be going to work. Oh, I want to go to the party. Oh, I want to go see my friends. No, you will regret it later. Don't over embarge them with your child. Go to work, pay them for you to go to work, and come home. Tonda says, I definitely learned who to trust. Brown Sugar says, no woman should not have to go through hard times to make a man help take care of his child. Yeah, I know. But some woman got angry with me and was like, it wasn't nothing wrong with him. Well, you know what? If you was, and I'm pretty sure she probably was, I don't know for sure, but if you was a woman that had to raise a child on your own and everybody else went out and partied and they had cars and they either worked or didn't work or they stayed with mama and you've got this child and the child needs to eat and nobody's helping you and you're working two jobs and this, that, and the other, you can understand where that other woman was coming from when she literally had to trick this person. Mm, mm, mm. See, those are the women that you have to watch for because guess what? They be the one to be like, they'll get with the person, and they don't mind them treating you bad, but then they go get a baby by that same man, and then guess what? When he treats her like that, then now she's mad. Now she's mad. But you should have seen it coming. I've had people do me like that. I did. I'm gonna tell y'all this last little thing. So my daughter's dad, he had babies before, but I was so young. I was only 14 when I was with him, but I was so young I didn't understand it, and I didn't understand he wasn't looking at his kids, seeing his kids, helping raising his kids. I just didn't. I didn't want to have nothing to do with it because I'm young. I don't know. I don't understand it really. But I never stopped anything. But then when I was done with him after being pregnant, like you know, 10 years later, getting pregnant at the age of like 26 or so. 26. This other woman ended up with him. Well, then she got pregnant. After that, she got pregnant. Okay, when it was time for him to see his daughter, she was like, oh, she had a problem. And I said, hey, I'm not going to bring my daughter around and she's tripping. I asked you about child support or some money to help. She hollering and arguing and fussing, acting like an idiot. She all in my face. That my man. Here, da 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 da. So you know what I did? I went and put him on child support. I'm not gonna argue with your woman. Put him on child support, okay? So now, $33. I know. See, YouTube always do that. They always do that. 30 something dollars, 36, $39 or something. And it was like a week or 2 weeks or something or whatever. No big deal. So now they moving up. He got a really good job, but he ain't gonna go tell them he got a really good job, and she got a really good job. They buying, trucks, Escalade trucks, smiling. Both of them getting their hair done, trying to roll up next to you and stuff, and she cheesing and smiling or whatever. Anyway, uh, they end up they end up breaking up. They got married, but they ended up getting a divorce, and she's like, he was doing all this cheating and oh my goodness, it's terrible. But, she's trying to get child support. Well, now he's on disability, you know. So I guess disability is making sure she gets something. But, he doesn't go look at the kid or watch the kid or something. This is years ago. I'm pretty sure the child is grown now. But I'm I'm just saying, um, he didn't see that child get raised either. Sonia Watt says, I stayed on my knees just like now. God has to be in a relationship. Yes. She said, I was not miserable, and no, everything was not easy because raising children with someone who was raised different, it wasn't easy. Or leave it to Beaver. We grew through it for my son. I hate getting off here, but I got to pray instead. I'm finna get off here too. I'm finna get off here too. I was just chatting. We did our hour. So I love our connections, mornings, noons, and midnights. Be a blessing to someone. Yes. Thank you, Sonia Watts. I'm finna get off here. I just wanted to. I know sometimes some people be late in night, and if I'm up, we can just talk or chit chat. I tell people they can call me all the time. Have a good one, Sonia Watts. The hummingbird says, sometimes it's for the best. I'm going through the end now. Yes. See, and there's some women, Rich, that really don't know that staying in it sometimes, you may think it's best, but when you see all that fighting and stuff going on, it's not. So what I was saying, she said, what's your number? May I call you? Yeah, you can call me. My number 316-553-3056. She said, I just fell in love with broken men. 316-553-3056. She said, I have been up all night and it's pleasant finding you all online. Yes. Thank you, Rich. Yeah. Because usually I be up at night working and you guys could always call me. There's the numbers right there in the chat. Rich done put it in there. And usually when we have these chats, sometimes I lock them down if they get too personal. At late at night when we're on live, I lock it down. But this one wasn't too personal. I'm just saying. Anyway, I was just letting you guys know that yeah, some young lady, she got a little offended because I said that the guy Octavius had to be found to pay child support. People say that's not a big deal. No, it's not. But you got to think this baby. Women, some women are broke. I see you, Suki. Suki in the house. I see your number. Anyway, um, yeah, people can be broke and things just don't happen. People just don't get tired of the kids overnight. They just don't get tired. It's a process. It's a long process. It's everything. When you look at the situation, that's all I was saying. When you look at the situation, this young lady, her family wasn't really something had happened there. They 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 got you know a disconnection there with the family. I don't know how or what, but they were fighting and arguing on the Facebook, so she couldn't really have them help for whatever reason. We all know. I see you, Tonda Dreams, and so yep, I got it, Suki, and I got it, Tonda. So anyway, um, you know, she said, I work from home and I just logged in and enjoyed this. Well, you're welcome. I am going to get some work done today. Today is Tuesday. I usually don't come on. So it was nice. It was nice coming on. But I just want women to know, or the young ladies to know, that yes, it is hard. It is best to try to hang in there. If it's abusive, I don't recommend it. It don't get better. It gets worse. But I tell you what, if you need help, don't don't think that you can just, if your child gets hurt, if your child ever gets hurt, call 911. You'll get through that. Don't, if you ever get to a point where you just can't handle it, you know, call somebody. Call somebody. Call somebody. Okay? And see what happened. Don't don't take things in your own hand, and we don't want to have to deal with it. Okay, family? Anybody got anything? Tanda says yes, immediately. There are so many free family programs that are out there to help. Yeah, there are. The hardest thing in life when when you got a baby is walking away from a situation. It is so hard because you like, oh my goodness, what am I? The situation can be the worst. I didn't even have the baby. The baby was still in my stomach. I was 6 months pregnant. And I'm thinking to myself, what the heck am I doing? I, but you know what? Once I did it, and I'm not telling people to run out because of guilt. Yep, yep. First thing I'm thinking, now, you're right. I got this baby, and I'm going to try to raise this baby by myself, and I don't know if I'm going to make it work or not. And then, but, then I felt like I was being really selfish, thinking of myself and not the child, you know? That's why it's so important to have support in your life. Exactly. You're right. My baby sister got married by her baby daddy once she tried to leave him. Rest in peace. Macintosh. Really? Hmm. Beatty Macintosh? I'm sorry to hear that. Mm. The lack of support will have you doing anything to survive. Die Rich, yes. Yes. But a lot of things we can do without. A lot of things we can do without. We can do without a lot of stuff. You know? You know why it seems really hard once you do it is because we look at what other people have at that time and then we start feeling sad for ourselves and stuff. But there's going to be hard times and there's going to be good times. But I tell you what, I do believe mentally my children was better off just with me than in a situation where I'm fighting, arguing, cussing. I didn't have to worry about somebody touching my kids, messing around with my children, because I didn't put nobody around my children. I was done. When I did try to get into a relationship, it never worked. They never worked. It was like maybe, I got to thinking, you know, is this something I could do? And it probably wasn't something I could do. I tried to put two men around my children twice. One was in a relationship, like I told you. I had to tell him to leave. It was like 2 weeks later, it's like, you got to go. And then I did get married, and, you know, I didn't like that either. But I was married for 7 years. In my first marriage, I was married for 7 years. And I couldn't trust them around my children, to be honest with you. Everything else I could have dealt with it. Lying, cheating, whatever. I'm not saying I wanted to. I'm just saying, you know, I could have dealt with it like, you know, we would have went and got some help or whatever. But when I start thinking about the whole situation, think about it like this. If people put you through something like that, they don't care for you. They don't love you. Think about it. You're supposed to be that man's queen. So why would he have you walking around and putting you through health factors? You don't know what you can catch, get. People want to fight you or whatever. That man love you. He wouldn't put you through that. Cussing, hollering at you, hitting on you in front of the kid or in the same house. That's not love. I don't know what it is, but I know I didn't want no parts of it. You want to do all that, you go do it with somebody else. Tana said her death made me think for sure. Ain't no help for that. I thank God for my mother and sister for helping me with mine. A support system means so much, and it's blessings to have, yeah. So you all should know what you can deal with and tolerate. And don't ever think that you made a bad decision because, trust me, when you come out of that, it may seem like a bad decision, but things will get better. They will get easier. One way or another. You may be lonely trying to do it without all the arguing because you think it's okay to raise kids around somebody that always want to hit you and cussing at your kids or whatever. You crying all the time. That is not healthy for a kid to see their mother in that situation, especially if it's a girl. Then she gonna think when she gets in a relationship, this is how it's supposed to be. She might stay in an abusive relationship herself just because she see you do it. Well, that's one thing I'm not gonna do. I'm just saying. You guys, no, it's not healthy. It's not. I'm lonely now, but my children are safe. Yes. And everything works for a reason. Everything. So you keep your head up. If the Lord wants you to be with somebody, He will make sure that man find you, whether or not you want him or not. He knows what he wants and how he wants it. Sometimes we have to be by ourselves so we can get closer to him too. And that I know to be true. She said, rather be lonely than being mentally and physically abused. You're right. She said, and the reason she kept going back was because she wanted to keep her father in her kid's life. Oh, wow. Keep your head up, keep praying, and take one day at a time. Pray, 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 pray. Trust me, it gets easier and easier, and then you're rolling, you're moving it. Your kid is growing, and you know, I went years with just going to work and coming home, going to work and coming home, going to work and coming home. I had to have daycare because my family wasn't watching my kids. So yeah, I had to spend that big money for two kids, and it took a big chunk of change. But you know what? I go to work and I come straight home, and I was happy. My first kid, I was so happy. Work, home, work, home, work, home. That's all I did. I didn't have nobody hollering at me. What you gonna cook? Did you clean this? Da 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 da. I just paid my bills. We ate and we lived. We went places. I got to take pictures, videos, going to the park, spending really beautiful time with my daughter. You know, I didn't have nobody telling me what to do, what I couldn't do, who I was, none of that. And it was just so beautiful. Then I got my son. I had somebody with me at that time. And cheating and lying and I'm coming over here and I don't have no money and da 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 and this person's called. Oh my God. You know, if I know now what I back then, I could run circles around people. I didn't know that all these monsters, when I say monsters, these tricksters, liars, men that just wanted a place to live, men that just wanted you to be their idiot or nut or whatever. I didn't know that these people out there existed. They don't feel good unless they're doing something or cheating or lying to somebody. That make them, they don't want no relationship. They just, they just out there doing stuff. And the sad thing about the whole situation is, the sad thing about the whole situation is, they didn't care who they hurt. And then they come back and say, I'm sorry. You did all of this. She says, and you know the reason she kept going back, okay, rather be lonely than being mental and physically abused. TMH will teach you about yourself better than anyone else. TMH. What's TMH? Do not consider yourself as being lonely as long as there's a God. You're never alone. He will never leave us or forsake us. Thank you, Brown Sugar. Yep, that's so true. Prayer works. Children grow older so fast. I have a new and budding relationship that I have to walk away from. I will not force this relationship to work. Mm. The Most High. Oh, the Most High. TMH. Okay, I got it. Now, what's APT? The Most High. APT. Y'all throwing some things at me. The Most High. Okay. TMH. Yep. I I'm getting calls and stuff in and getting images and stuff in. So I better get on to work, you guys. It's almost 6 o'clock. She say Hebrew. All right, family. I'm finna get off of here. It was nice just chatting with you guys this evening. I will probably see you guys later on. Be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Bye. Okay.